What's up, people, man? It's your boy Spaces, and we are back with another video today. Man, big day here. Scalar 3. It has finally released. Now I'm doing this video early, so it is actually in the past, but this is the future, however you want to do that. But we have an early release of it to show so I can learn it, number one, and show you guys how to actually use it. And so we're going to dive right in. Before we do, make sure you like and subscribe for the video. And for the algorithm, make sure you check out the Patreon. Make sure you check out the link tree. Everything is in the description. We're going to go ahead and jump right on over here. This is Scalar 3. And of course, it has the normal things that it would normally do. And we're not going to so much dive into those things. There's a couple of things that I want to do that are new. Main thing here, one of the big deals that I just simply love is that you can resize this. And I absolutely love that. That is a feature that I don't think I will ever get tired of. All right, so another main thing is the third-party plugin hosting. Now you can load your third-party plugins into Scalar directly. With that being said, you can also use the standalone mode. So this does work in standalone right now. I'm in Studio One and using it as a plugin, but it can be done as a actual standalone. So standalone, I can't get my words together. So what we're going to do is that we're going to create a little progression here. We're going to go into C minor. Of course, you can actually select this. And what I'm going to do is actually bind this. And so now you'll see at the bottom in the yellow, this is what the new binding tool looks like. And so now what I can do from here is actually create I guess you could say like a progression or a loop here. So we're going to start with this, but what we're going to do from this is that we're going to get some different versions of it. We're going to add some ninths. Okay, so I like how that sounds. We're going to start with this one. We'll do a simple, we'll just do that just for the sake of the video. And of course they have the felt piano here. You can actually come in here and change this if you wanted to, or like I said in the beginning, you can use your third-party plugin. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to instruments, and then we're going to find a instrument here, baby audio. Let's use that, and we're going to use the BA1. We'll use this here. Just amazing. Now in standalone mode, you can use this by itself in standalone mode, like I said earlier. But for right now, we're just going to use this and we're going to leave that how it is. You can doctor this up however you want to. Now, another main thing that they added to this is going to be the actual multi-line arrangement view, which is here. And so now I can come in here and play this. I actually love this. All right, so now I can come in here and notice that this is synced to the DAW. So whatever your DAW is as far as BPMs and all that good stuff, the Scalar 3 is going to be the same. And so here, this is the mixer view. And mixer view is where you'll actually be able to pull up your third-party plugins. You can actually add some effects here also. So if I wanted to add, let's go ahead and add, let's do output, and then we're going to add portal. Let's do portal. And this is just basically doing whatever Portal is asking it to do. So what we'll do is let's just find something here. We'll just throw something in there. Now this is actually dope because you could do it all with the plugin itself, which I think was a beautiful touch. And so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to get rid of this, and I'm going to put this, just replace it like that. We just keep it like that to keep it a 4-bar loop here. So then you have I like that. Right? And And so now what I want to do, I want to loop this. And so actually now in standalone mode, I will come right here and hit loop, but this is again in the DAW. And so what we'll do is just make a loop here, tie that down. We'll just keep that loop there. All right, so boom, we have that. We'll start over here. Now, this is the actual view here. Now I can come in here. This is the MIDI editor. In the MIDI editor, whatever I choose here is going to show up in this MIDI editor. All right. And so from here, you have a couple different options that you can do. From the main track, you have octaves, you have inversions, you have semitones, density, and voicings that you can do here. So if I wanted to add this up an octave, I could just slide it up an octave. And then you'll see that it's up an octave. So if I put that back, we'll add an inversion. We'll go up inversion 1. Now this is going to be on the selected pad. So this is the one that's being selected right now. So if I want to take that to invert the inversion down, same thing. So dope that you can do this right here. And you can add some density. And I'll show that in another one because it shows well when you add some of the other expressions to it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I guess we'll do like a phrase. Let's say, so it's basically playing. If I hold this down, it's going to play what the phrase is doing. I kind of like this one better, so we'll double click that. We'll add that to the second line. So here, if I solo that, and so you'll see it's playing there. So what we're going to do is we're going to add another instrument there. I can go here to mixer. This phrase, this track here is the actual felt piano here. So we'll go in here, hit this, and if you hit that little button, it'll actually bring up whatever the plugin is that you're using. So when I hit that button here, it's bringing up the sound settings of the built-in felt piano. So we're going to choose this. We're going to go somewhere else. Let's go probably output arcade. We can do arcade also. And as I said, it's going to pull up the actual plugin. So as it pulls up this plugin, we will go in and we'll use a piano as a matter of fact, but we're going to do it from the actual instruments, and we're going to choose, let's see, vinyl piano, right? So now when we play this, and I can go ahead and add anything that I want to add just like normal. Now that I've added that information on there, so now these two are going to play by themselves together, and I can control the volume, I can control the panning and all that good stuff in the plugin without having to move. So what I'm going to do, because this one's a little bit more prominent, I'm going to bring it down a little bit. That is completely insane. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into the MIDI editor. And so now what I want to do is I want to add some different tones. Maybe it's doing too much and I want to pull back what it's doing. So if I come in here, I add, let's go to density, and I pull back down. It's going to pull away some of those keys there to give me a little more simpler tone to what I'm looking for. Right, and so you can always add this back if you want to. So you do whatever you want to do. Inversions down, you can add the octaves, you can do some transposing, you can do range. It's going to spread those notes out. No matter what you do, it stays in the same key that you've set it up in. That's the beautiful part to this, and I just love how they have this set up. Now, everything else is pretty much the same. There's a couple more things that I do want to show you though. If we go into the chord set here, now I want to break down this too. You have your chord sets, your current scale that we're actually in, and you have your main track. You can come in here and resize these if you want to. Maybe you want to see this one more or this one more, whichever one you want to see. You can actually come in here and resize this to be whatever it is that you're looking to do here. So what I want to do is, I know I want to be in C minor, and so if I want to come in here, I can check out some of these different progressions here at the very top, and you're here. That's pretty cool. So what this does is give you some options. Now, let me say this main track area, this is what's going to show here. So let's just say if you don't want to do that, maybe you just want to play it normal, I can come in here, bind this area, and I can play instruments into my actual DAW. All right, and this is a second way that you can actually do this, which is the more common way that you use Scalar, which you'll probably be more familiar with in the beginning, but there's a couple different things that I want to show you. So this is cinematic lights, and if I'm looking for an idea, I'm gonna go into Scalar, and let's just say I want to go in and create something based on a certain mood or whatever the case may be. And so we're going to find something a little bit more along the lines of what we're actually sending sound into. And so let's go here and we're going to look for something cinematic, right? We're going to go for something epic. And if I choose... So I have an idea that is actually playing into my cinematic lights. And so what I'm going to do, if I come here and we're going to take this entire piece here, if I can get all of it just like that, and we'll actually just draw a line here and we're going to bring it all down here. And so from here, what I'm wanting to do, I'm going to link this, but what I just want to do is just play what I have here. And if I play that, it will actually go into this sound here in the cinematic lights, and it sounds like this. Just like that, I have sound going into another instrument. If I don't want to use Scalar 3, I can actually use it in the way like this, where it plays into my DAW and I can create from my DAW. So either way, it's still a win-win, either way, however you want to do it. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to look at another piece of Scalar 3 that I think was actually pretty brilliant. I'm going to look at this other area here in the middle. This is the circle of fifth, the modulation, explore, colors, and sketch. These are so many different things you can get into, but I am not going to spend this video going over all of them, but I do want to show kind of what they do. Okay, so in the circle of fifths, you can actually come in here and choose a scale. And when you hit that scale, it's going to show you all of the actual keys in the circle of fifth. Now, this is all for you to be able to choose to put into your main track, or to put into, you can bind it so you can actually play it individually if you want to. So it just gives you different ideas. So if I know in A minor, another scale from A minor is going to be, let's just say C. So I have the C, and we'll go here. And so also above that, you have chord suggestion, and you have where you can actually search chords. I won't dive into that. I'm sure you're gonna get plenty of videos that will show all of that. Then so we're gonna go down to modulation. The modulation is where you have your main track. This is this particular chord track down, the progression down here at the bottom. You can come in here and actually just kind of change this around. You can send this to different places. Let's say if you wanted to come in here and create a secondary scale, a model interchange. It is it's insane the amount of things you can do in this one plugin. You can come here, you got the triads, the 7th, the 9th, the 11th, the 13th. You can choose from all of these chords. They're putting them right here so you can see them in one place where you can create your main track, or you can create the ones that you want to bind so you can play them individually. However you want to do it is set for you to do it that way. So this is Explore, and in Explore you can generate different ideas that you can play from, different chords. You'll see right here in the dynamic scale, it'll tell you exactly what it is. But these are just these are chords that you can choose based on this genre and mood here. So if I want to go to maybe R&B, if I want to do dark, I can come here. Got different chords that I can play that will fall right into that idea where I can get started from. Now, to me, a lot of the Explore chords, in a sense, don't make sense to each other, but they can actually be played where it gives you these different ideas. Sometimes not making sense is a good idea. So you have these options here that you can choose. And of course you got your colors, which your 7th, your different voicings, different triad inversions. You can change this however you want to. Then you got scale. And then you got sketch. Sketch is just you generating some progressions that you want to create, that you want to play around with in Scalar 3. It is endless ideas that you can do in here. And I haven't even touched the surface of all the different things you can do in here. So man, it is definitely something that I was very interested in when I saw that it was coming out. And of course, Scalar 3 is releasing today. Shout out to those guys, Scalar Music, for releasing this beautiful plugin. This thing got better from Scalar 2 for sure, got better from Scalar 2. And there's an introduction price of $79 up until April the 30th. And then after that is $99. Now, if you are upgrading from Scalar 1 or Scalar 2, then it's just $29. Either way, there's a link in the description if you would like to use Scalar 3. This is an affiliate link that goes to the channel, just helps the channel grow to continue to do different things like this. And so in the comment section below, let's talk about Scalar 3. Are you upgrading or are you not? I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace out.